Everything we know about KPop Demon Hunters 2, including some plot theories. If you haven't seen KPop Demon Hunters yet, do you even have a Netflix subscription? The film has quickly become the streaming giant's most popular film ever and stolen the hearts of fans of every age. Kids love it because, well, what's not to love? And even parents can get into the soundtrack, girl power elements, and witty dialogue. Well, here's some excellent news. Netflix is in talks with Sony Pictures to create a sequel with our new favorite band, still headlining the film and keeping the honmoon strong. Here's everything we know right now, plus some fun fan theories about what we might see from HUTR/X in the second film. If you're wondering why Netflix has to make a deal with Sony for a sequel to happen, let's catch you up. Sony created the film and sold it to Netflix to release direct to streaming back in 2021, anticipating that it might not perform well in a theatrical release. At the time, Sony's CEO said K-pop was a bit of a niche thing. Well, according to The Hollywood Reporter, the two entertainment giants are indeed in talks to begin a sequel. It can't happen without them working together. The outlet says, KPop Demon Hunters 2 cast. This sequel business is still in its infancy, so cast announcements are far from made. That being said, I can't see why our three main characters, voice actors and vocalists, wouldn't return. All 6 women have been vocal in their affection for their characters and the film as a whole. Audrey Nuna, who provides Mira's singing voice, has spoken in interviews about being so tickled seeing Korean food animated after feeling like she had to hide the kimbap in her lunch growing up. Arden Cho and EJAE, who together voice Rumi, told Variety they love her perseverance and think her story has the potential to empower a younger generation of Korean Americans. So we'll definitely be watching these stars' social media for any clues that they're in for round 2. Rumi, voiced by Arden Cho, vocals by EJA. Zoe, voiced by Ja Young-yu, vocals by Rai Ami. Mira, voiced by Mei Hong, vocals by Audrey Nuna. Directors Maggie Kang and Chris Apolvens are considered integral to the KPop Demon Hunters universe, and while there's no confirmation they'll return, there are also hints that they would be expected to come back on board. A report from Puck says Sony has already entered into negotiations with the pair. What will KPop Demon Hunters 2 be about? Cho has also said she'd like to see Rumi try to rescue Jinwoo in the sequel, because yes, we saw him disintegrate at the end of the first film, but do demons really die? And was Wimo well and truly vanquished for good or just driven back by the honmoon? For now, fans on Reddit are really holding on to hope that we'll finally get to see a Rujinu kiss. In an interview with Variety, Kang gave some insight as to what fans may be able to expect if a sequel comes to fruition. We've set up so much for potential backstory. Obviously, there's a lot of questions that are left unanswered and areas that are not explored, and we had to do that because there's only so much movie you could tell in 85 minutes, Kang said. This was Rumi's story, and we have backstories for Zoe and Mira, ones that we actually put in the movie, but it just kind of rejected it. It just wasn't the movie for those stories. Rai Ami seconded this in a VMA's red carpet interview, saying she wants to know more about both girls' backstories, how the trio got together, and the tea on Rumi's father. How did Zoe wind up back in Korea with the other huntresses? What's the deal with Mira's family? I mean, they were censored in all the photos we saw of them. If the first movie was Rumi's, we can't wait to see which huntress we dive deeper with this time. Everything is still so early in development right now. There's certainly no release date or anything else confirmed at this point. We'll just be here, waiting impatiently, for more debt.